The merchant can log into MyST from the SecureTrading main page through the client login using their unique merchant ID and password, or alternatively through the URL that will be sent through from a support team. This is the MyST main page. Look at the options across the top. We have transactions, subscriptions, vouchers, the daily analysis, a link from here to the virtual terminal. Also we have the PayPal transactions, the card checker, the direct debit, the identity check service, access to the merchant account details, the ability to pay the SecureTrading invoice online, somewhere to change the password, the file manager area, and also the technical links to the technical support documents. Let's look at the transactions. What you will notice first is the primary search is a date-based search. You can change the dates, and the optimum date range is 1 calendar month. Let's have a look at those now by clicking search. The transactions will be presented back in date order, but also by currency type. The first currency displayed will be USD, American dollars. If you are trading in multi-currency, this will be the first one you see. Followed by GBP, which is pound sterling, as we can see here. If you are using other currencies such as euro or any other international currency, these will follow. Let's look at a transaction by clicking the hyperlink. The transaction detail will be displayed on screen. Let's have a look at some of the key data available. What we will see here is a transaction type. In this case, a 3D secure transaction with the card enrolled in the scheme and verified. We'll then see the value and currency, and we will then look at some of the customer information, name, address, and so on. This is typically collected from the merchant site or through the shopping cart. You will also see some of the card number, and from here you can perform a card check. What we can also see on this screen are some of the security verifiers with regards to the CV2 number and also the AVS postcode and house number. From here we can do a repeat transaction, and what a repeat transaction will allow you to do is actually authorize a different value from the original transaction. You can add an order reference number, and the order information box allows you free text. You can enter some detail of the sale or the transaction that's occurring. Once you have entered all of that, simply press the process button, and that will send the original card information through for authorization. As we can see, we have an auth response. Let's go back. From this screen, we can also perform a refund. Again, simply press the refund button, and that will open the screen to allow you to do this. Bear in mind, you can only process a refund up to the original value of the transaction. You can alter the authorized amount, and again you have an area to enter an order reference number, and again a free text box to enter any detail you choose. Once you're ready, just press process, and again you will see an authorization response appear on screen. Let's go back. What we're going to look at now is the transaction reference quick search. We're going to copy that transaction reference number for a moment. So from the initial transaction screen, the landing page, you will see in the top right hand corner the transaction reference quick search facility. Each transaction will have a unique reference number, and if you capture that and enter it here, if you click quick search, that will immediately take you to the transaction in question without the need for a lengthy date-based search. From here we will see that this transaction now has some related information. So let's have a look. This is the authorization we did just a few moments ago, and you can click through and you will see the detail has been picked up and also the order reference and the narrative that we supplied. What you will also see on this screen is the value that we entered, plus some of the security markers. You will notice that the CV2 security code hasn't been checked in this instance, as the CV2 number is not stored by the system as per the PCI guidelines. You can click through back to the parent transaction, and let's have a look also at the refund that we processed. Again, a simple click will take us to the detail that we entered, and you will see the order reference number and the narrative that we supplied. And from here, we can click back through to the parent transaction. And that takes us back, as we said, to the original transaction. Let's now have a quick look at the virtual terminal. The SecureTrading virtual terminal is ideally suited for a call center environment for MOTO transactions, mail order, telephone order. This page can be customized to a certain extent with company logos and your company colors. We can make fields mandatory to ensure that the call center operatives will capture the required information each time they process a transaction. We're going to just enter some information here, and we're going to put a transaction through. You can see how that fits together. If we record the email address, you can configure your system to automatically email the customer the confirmation when a transaction has occurred. Again, we have the order reference box, and this ideally is for a numeric order reference rather than text. So what we'll do, let's put that in here. So you can capture an order reference number, and then the order information box is where you can put your text. A free box with a limited number of characters, but large enough to put most things in. There will be the currency types as a drop-down box, and then you will need to enter the amount. Select the payment type, which card it is, and then enter the card number. Remembering to also capture the security code and the expiry date, because without these you won't be able to process the transaction accurately. Once you have all this information in place, it's a simple process to click the Send Payment button, which will then generate the authorization. And you will see that in no time at all, you'll have an successful authorization on screen.